Hey guys, Chris here, and you're watching another episode of Heroes of the Storm. We are going to jump into a Hero League match that I played recently with Kharazim. Kharazim has received a talent update. You are now able to actually use a different trait than you normally went with. So Kharazim, obviously a support hero, healer. You in most cases went for Transcendence on level 1, which allows you to heal your nearby allied heroes or yourself with every third attack that you do. So this was the only talent on level 1 that people were using, because simply you were not putting anything else out there with the return of mana. So Insight basically just returned mana to you with every third attack, which was nice, but obviously doesn't give you any heals, so nobody actually took it. Because mana, while being an issue, can always be replenished, and the heals are much more important. So this time they changed it inside to a quest talent, so every third attack restores mana. That's still there, but also once you hit 100 stacks of that mana restoring, you will have your basic attacks reducing your basic abilities by 1 second. So whenever you hit something, so whenever you hit something, you basically will reduce your cooldowns on your Q, W, and E. Why do I go for Insight this game? Basically, we had a very good draft, and I also like it on this map because you can ensure the stacks very quickly. So because of the immortal damage, you have a very easy time to stack Insight to that 100 stacks. This is really bad. I just basically stopped my Kel'Thas from teleporting back because I splashed damage on him. So yeah, my goal in this game basically was to stack Insight very quickly, because then I can do a lot more heals by just having less cooldown on my abilities, and therefore putting out more heals. This was one of my goals. The second goal is that on Battlefield of Eternity, I oftentimes felt, with Kharazim especially, that I run out of mana, because the fights around the mortals are sometimes very long. So they're drawn out fights, and you struggle with receiving mana. This was a mistake from the Tarnas. He basically swapped himself in, and yeah, I mean, then he gets stunned. So don't swap yourself into stuns if you can avoid it. So yeah, mana is always an issue on Battlefield of Eternity for me, on my support heroes. And then also this is very good. Obviously, it's very easy to stack the attacks on the Immortal because it lives so long, meaning you can do a lot of stacking here. You have to find a balance, obviously, between stacking and healing. And then also, because you're not healing with your attacks anymore, your team has to be ready to understand that the heals are only coming out when the W comes out. So that's very important. Another reason why I went for Insight here is that the enemy team doesn't have any crowd control per se. Like, I mean, obviously Zakara's Maw is something that controls your team, but it's not something that you can cleanse. So on level 7 you can actually go for Echo of Heaven instead of cleanse. On 4 I like to go with Protective Shield over the healing ward. It's just a burst heal, basically, just burst protection, which allows you to just have that little bit of life more, so that you can put out another W, that you can put out another heal, or even set a palm by getting that little bit of burst damage reduced by the shield. We won the first Punisher, pretty convincing. I already am at 55 stacks, so this is really good, and that's why I said it's really good on this map, because you just have so much time to stack. This is obviously pretty bad. I shouldn't be standing in front of the wall. I'm just too focused on stacking right now, so I nearly died by Nova. And again, this is now an issue for the team in the early game, because I don't have any heals except my W. It will make the team health be more of a risk when they get damaged, because I basically just have more damage. I can heal less damage and have to wait for my W to return. But the good thing is, like, Breath of Heaven will be, with this build, basically pushed twice. I just picked it up. Echo of Heaven is now on there, so it will heal a second time. And then again, I'm just here stacking my stacks. And as you can see, I'm already at 78. So this, again, is just the map. It allows you to stack very well in the Immortal, but also obviously now with this, taking the camp is really good, but it also just allows me to stack more inside. My team played very well. They focused a lot on getting the objectives, but also then in this case they were able to catch a couple of heroes off guard. So this helped me to stack more, but also to for us to be more efficient, because you have to split on this map a lot because of the two lanes and them being so far away. So you have to be a little bit careful on the soak, because you basically have to soak. That's the thing. But you oftentimes struggle a little bit because there's not a lot of rotations. There's not a lot of space for rotations because the objective is so important that you oftentimes just stay on your lane. So having them win a couple of fights is really important, or killing a couple of heroes. So this is one of the issues that you have when you have Echo of Heaven as your only heal. I healed Zul and Johanna beforehand, and then Kel'Thas dropped quite a bit, so I wasn't really able to heal him again. I mean, that being said, that's nothing to do with Insight, that's just Kharazim not having a lot of heals. So I stacked my Insight fully, which means every attack that I'm doing will now reduce my basic abilities by a second. This is really, really strong. It's basically what other heroes have on level 7 as well. Which, the talent name, I just forget. Maybe somebody else is the talent name right now? Yeah, there you go. That should be... Nope. Nope.
Thank you, my friend.
I will remember when I'm done with the video, but in general, there you go. Battle Momentum. Battle Momentum is the talent name. So Battle Momentum is basically Insight. Now in my level talent choice. So that's really good. So not only do I never have any mana issues, I also never have any issues with my cooldowns. Am I on the right hero now? No, I'm not still out on the right hero. Whoop. There you go. Now I'm in my right hero again. So we win the second fight against the Immortal, and so far the healing output is not as good as it would have been with the Transcendent at level 1. But it's still at 40,000, so it's still good, and it's above what Rhaegar's putting out. But now it's where it's really getting strong. So basically I'm regenerating mana all the time, but I'm also healing a lot. So I should always have enough mana to heal on cooldown. I should always have enough mana for Divine Palm to put out. And I'm getting stronger and stronger as the game goes on, because I will have on level 13 another talent that will support my Insight build. We win the second Immortal very handily by just being up 10 to 9, and they can't engage into us, or they shouldn't be engaging into us. We also won the team fight, which gave us level 10, so obviously overall very well played. And one of the issues that just Nova has in the enemy team, she's not a very good team fight hero. She's better to like take out stranglers and stuff. So that's one of the things that you just have to be a little miffed about if you have a Nova in your team. She's not a good team fighter. So maps like this, nice bomb. Maps like this where you have to be mindful and fight for the objectives a lot, it's not very fun. So as you can see, I have a lot of heals. Like I can just like push out heals after heals after heals. So again, heal, and it's up in 4, 3, 2, 1, and it's up again. And with Echo of Heaven, it heals again. And this will be coming even stronger in level 16, but we're getting a little ahead of ourselves. So, second Immortal, we won. I'm keeping everybody alive, and it's something that Zul is so good at. Sorry, not Zul, that Kharazim is so good at against Zul and against Li Ming and Nova, that if they bring down heroes to low health around you, you can just heal up everybody with Echo of Heaven, and in general with your shield and with Breath of Heaven. So this just is really, really strong because it's AoE. So it makes your team go full health without a problem. Okay, so 13. We'll look into the team fight first. So this is something that you always have to make sure if you're a Kharazim, keep your stacks of Radiant Dash available to escape if you do camps or anything. So don't ever use Radiant Dash to just like jump to minions because you're too lazy to walk. If you don't have Radiant Dash up in these situations, you're very easy to gank target. And to turn it around, obviously, if you have Radiant Dash up, you're very difficult to gank target, which means that you are very valuable in any team fight. Again, I have the heals, there's no problem, there's a shield going out, my team is full, and then unfortunately Zul is just too far away from us, so we can't really do anything. Okay, level 13. Let's pause really quick because we're gonna have a fight in a second. So level 13 is Fists of Fury. The duration of Deadly Reach is increased by 50%. If you don't know what Deadly Reach does, Deadly Reach will attack, or will make your basic attack turn into a range attack. Well, a little bit of range attack, but it just also increases your speed and does for 2 seconds. So it will now last for 3 seconds with the talent on level 13. But it also gives you... That's interesting. Like the information should just be there without holding Alt. With this, if you have a full duration of Deadly Reach, you basically have Deadly Reach up again because of Insight. So Insight will work very well with Deadly Reach in general because you stack very quickly with this. But now also with level 13 and the Fist of Fury, you just enhance this because you have Deadly Reach up more often, meaning you will have your Echo of Heaven up more often. Sorry, Breath of Heaven up more often. You will have more Radiant Dashes, and this, like, it's a very good synergy, which is why Insight is I think a viable choice, while still not doing the same amount of healing. So if you have a situation where you can just miss out on some healing, Deadly Reach. Insight can be a very strong tool. So we're taking this fight here because 3 of them are down, but you have to say that it's a very risky move because they have Nova, which is a good burst damage dealer, and they have Artanis, who is normally very tough to bring down. Luckily for us, Nova gets killed by the Pyroblast. And Artanis is just too stubborn to basically move, and he loses the camp and his life. So now I'm on 13. I have my stacks, so my focus should be always to just like dish out healings. And again, because I'm also returning mana every 3rd attack, I normally don't have to run out of mana ever again. And this is really, really strong in Kharazim, because you do have mana issues, and there's nothing more frustrating than running out of mana when you have to palm somebody and you just can't use it and they die. This is one of the most frustrating things as a healer in general, but I feel on Kharazim it's even worse. Now we're jumping into this, and while Kharazim is really good at dealing with AoE damage, there was a lot of that coming in. So as you can see, I saved Kel'Thas with the palm, though it didn't trigger, so I totally take credit for that. And here you can see Zul was very low on health, now he's nearly at half health, and now he's just at half. So while in Transcendence would probably do the same trick for most part, it would not help you with the mana. So on this map again, where you fight a lot longer on the objectives, in my opinion is very viable. and to not beat a dead horse, but also it's very easy to stack here because you can attack the mortal so easily. Okay, level 16 is here. As always, on level 16 you go for Circle of Life. It's a Circle of Life. It increases your healing of your Breath of Heaven by 10% for each ally that is around you, so maximum can be 50% with everybody around you. Or is it 40%? I'm not 100% certain actually now. Probably 40%. Because you don't count as an ally. So now this is even better. With Echo of Heaven and Circle of Life, you basically have so much heal going out if people are together. It's really strong. I think Palm didn't proc here. So we got a little bit unlucky. I think if Palm procced properly, we would have saved Johanna. And then the fight just goes into chaos. We lose 2 people. I'm too focused on saving Johanna, so I'm not with Kel'Thas. That being said, we do get a keep out of this, so it's not the end of the world, and actually pretty successful if you look at the levels. We're still 2 levels up. We're keep up now, so everything is fine. And as you can see, Deadly Reach, I use it, and if it runs out completely. If it runs through completely, I'm sorry, you have only 2 seconds on it before it's up again. They try to invade us here, which is obviously a good idea because we're 2 heroes down, and it's the only time that you should search for a fight with the talent level down. Now we're actually all heroes up again, so they should run away as fast as possible. But they don't do it and they lose Artanis. So I think Artanis is doing. Oops, Salah, that was close. I actually didn't remember that. So I used Palm on myself because I got a little scared, which was obviously not necessary, but better be safe than sorry. And this is just the strength of Kharazim now. Like, everybody was low a little bit, and like Kel'Thas actually is low now, but I'm just having heals all the time, and it's proccing all the time now from Echo of Heaven, and it's always ready. So even if even though they have quite a bit of damage on all of us, I'm very easily able to heal everybody up. And as you can see, I'm full of mana. I used Palm, I used my W a lot, I used E a lot, Deadly Reach, Echo of Heaven. Sorry, Breath of Heaven, everything's proccing, jumping around, but I don't run out of mana anymore. So it is actually really helpful to have it. Now we're losing a couple of people, which is the power of Fleeming, and also them being on the same talent level. But I'm just riding away. That being said, as you can see on the minimap, I'm leaving my teammates alone. So Johanna will probably die here. Yep. Not the best decision. And this is one of the scary situations in Heroes, because we've been up for all of the time. And this was a mistake from Zul. Like, he re-engages, like he uses Bone Shield and re-engages and then uses Poison Nova. But I don't have any, like, I don't have Palm up. Maybe I should have pinged it. That's something that I now just realized. He might have not known that I didn't have Palm up. But he should have just run with me, like up and away, instead of turning around and fighting with Poison Nova. So I'm just taking a little bit of damage off of the Immortal by attacking him. It's not very effective, and it will not have like a huge end result here, but it does do have an effect. It just takes a little bit of the sheet off. Now I'm just clearing the camp, and again, that's what makes Kharazim so strong. I'm still full of mana. We fought, and everything is still good. And I'm not afraid to spam my spells now because they're free all the time. Our Johanna wanted to stop them from getting the globes, and I thought it was a bad idea. I don't think that they have such a big effect that you want to deny them at this level. Like 18 to 19, the only thing that can happen is that they win by just killing us, and then they are up and they get storm talents earlier than us. So I wanted to avoid that. I have to be a little bit careful here because my teammates are going a little ham up in front, especially the Johanna is trying to do something. And this is one of the issues that I just have with my Kharazim. I'm not the most reliable person when it comes to hitting the palms. So I could have saved her there by using palm. And this is just the power of Kharazim. I keep everybody alive in the back, and then I just jump forward and hit my palm for once. And then we actually win the fight, kind of, even though we're down. So this was kind of risky, because if she had another snipe, I would have been dead. But she hit one snipe, so I was actually pretty sure that she didn't have another snipe. So I wanted to try to get her, but I failed. On level 20 I went for Storm Shield. I sometimes like to use Peaceful Repose because it's just something that you can do to, like, you can use Palm then in a way that gives the enemy the feeling that they have to react to it, because you put it on somebody and then you just use it in a way where you're just like, oh, I'm putting it on a first hero, and then it actually doesn't trigger it, and then they don't know if it's used or not. They have to actually check your talents and everything. So it can be useful, but they have so much burst damage that I didn't want to do that here. I wanted to have more shields and more sustain healing, because I didn't have Transcendence either. So this looks like the last fight of the game. So I just have to make sure that I keep everybody up against the Li Ming. Again, Storm Shield is up, Breath of Heaven, Echo of Heaven is triggering, Circle of Life is there. And you can see how much I'm healing just with Echo of Heaven and Circle of Life. So while Transcendence does give a lot of additional healing, it obviously also still depends very much on your Breath of Heaven usage. So I know that a lot of people are still a little bit worried about Insight. They don't know if it works or if it's something that they want to see more from Kharazim players. But I think here you can see, like, again, I'm still nearly full health, nearly full mana. And the healing numbers look pretty amazing. Like, I'm nearly at 200,000 healed. So in a 21-minute game, I think that's pretty dope. This is something that my team did where I wasn't really a friend of. They were chasing, and it's 21 versus 20, so it's not that we're ahead so much. And obviously they have 3 people down, so you can argue maybe we should have gone for core. That being said, especially on Battlefield of Eternity, the objective is so strong that I always feel that it's a good idea to, even if you're up a lot, and that's also him making a mistake. He should have run up instead of down. Then he would have survived, because I would have had more than one Breath of Heaven. That being said, I think I didn't use Palm on him, or it was on cooldown. I missed that. I think it was on cooldown. But yeah, now the Immortal is down, so again, going for the objective is much better on this map, because you can't pull the Immortal over the wall or anything, and they have both keeps down, and at 22 minutes, the Immortal will finish the core. There's no way that they will stop the Immortal. So I'm trying to ping retreat so that they wait for the Immortal. And while this damage is avoidable, it's also not the end of the world. I can just heal it away. I still have Storm Shield up, I have my Protective Shield up, and I have my Divine Palm up. So we should be easily able to win this. I'm preemptively using Storm Shield just to keep everybody alive from the burst. And as you can see, the core just nuts. GG, I'm gonna pause it here. to just wrap it up. So yeah, this was my inside game. Again, as you can see, a lot of healing coming out, nearly 200,000 healing done. Also damage, not too shabby. The hero damage is 22,000, so I was able to hit a lot of heroes. I didn't do as much minion or siege damage, but Rhaegar is very good with it as he has the Storm Shield. So one of the things that we have done here with Kharazim here is that we were very easily able to do a lot with the build that we did. So we have Insight, which is weak at the beginning. So before you have 100 stacks, it's, I want to say, weaker than Transcendence, because you rely very heavily on your Breath of Heaven, and even if you are attacking something, you're never healing anybody. So obviously at the beginning, it can be tricky. Once you hit the 100 stacks, it's really, really good though. You return mana, you have Breath of Heaven up all the time, you have Deadly Reach up on every time, you have Radiant Dash up every time, which didn't show that much in this game because I was never really caught out of position. But this can be very, very, very helpful. Like you have 2 charges of this, 12 seconds cooldown. So if you attack with Deadly Reach and Fist of Fury, you have this up nearly all the time. So you can always escape if you can jump to a minion line or whatever. So this is really, really strong as well. And then I think one of the things that helped me a lot in this game is that the enemy team drafted no CC. Even if you undraft Nova and put something else in here, let's say a Thrall or something, I would probably not have gone for Cleanse, because there's nothing that Cleanse would have solved that Echo of Heaven wouldn't have solved. So with this and Insight, you're very strong. Obviously, without Echo of Heaven, you might struggle a little bit because you're only really relying on Breath of Heaven being available when you need it. While this is like, Echo of Heaven gives you the chance to just put it on when one of your allies was hit, and the second one who gets hit after you use it just gets hit by the Echo, and then you just have also done the healing. Overall, this is the pretty much basic build. On 13, instead of Fist of Fury, you normally go for Relentless, so that you are less CC'd. Again, in this enemy composition, not necessary at all, because there's no CC. Like, there's literally no CC that I would need it for. And then on 20, you just have Storm Shield as another pickup. You can use again Peaceful Repose, but again, I'm not very good at hitting my Divine Palms, so I like to have reliable healing or shielding, so that's something that works for me as well. Cool. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions in regards of Insight, Kharazim, or Kharazim in general, just put them in the comments. I will also put that talent build in the comments so you can click it and use it if you want to. And if not, tell me what you would do differently, and I gladly see what you will do. Thanks for watching, and as always, if you want to see more Heroes of the Throne content, just click that subscribe button, and yeah, have a great day. Bye bye.